What's up, YouTube? Mr. Ferguson here once again. Oh, man, get away. Frickin' bee. Get. Jeez. Never been chased on my back porch, but I've whacked him with my hat and he's down, so let's try that again. What's up, YouTube? Mr. Ferguson here once again. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. Got an orange monster here. Tastes pretty delicious. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for tuning in. Just kind of want to talk about a couple random things about lawn care again, based on your comments and things of that nature. I'm really thinking, like, what the heck do we make videos about when our lawn and our situation is the one we've been describing for the past several days? We're dry. We've lost a lot of our grass. It's kind of depressing, honestly. So I thought maybe a video just to say, stay encouraged, would be of help to some of you out there. Apparently that was kind of the message some of you got last video. So diving right into it, what I mean by that is I threw this into the last video because it happened just as I was editing the last video from Mr. Pete Denny, the guy that runs GCI Turf. If you've ever watched his videos, you know exactly who Pete Denny is. We talked a while back. Man, another freaking bee. Kidding me? Dude, I've never had bees attack me on my back porch. So anyways, back to the lawn care. I apologize for all that. So the other video, I'd put a message in. I was editing, and Pete Denny randomly, texted me, "Hey man, how's your turf holding up?" And I was like, "Pete, I think I've lost 25 to 30. Well, I told him 25%. I think it may be more than that now as we go along. It's looking more like 40% of my grass, possibly. Right now, it's a cool like 79 degrees with the wind, and we're trending into the upper 80s, but the damage has been done. So anyways, I told him, and that's why I threw that in the last video. He said, "Bro, this has been the toughest summer I've seen in 21 years of lawn care." So why do I tell you that? Because somebody even said, "Thank you for this," because I thought there's many people out there that's thinking, I suck at lawn care. I just started lawn care. I just seeded, and I'm doing what these guys on YouTube say, and this is what happened. This is terrible. I did something wrong. Guys, this has been a brutal summer. I think I'm lucky, personally. We could have saved more of my lawn had I not done an experiment. I've been gone more than usual. I took more trips than usual, going to the beach, going to golf tournaments. If we would have watered in the beginning, I think, yes, maybe a little bit we could have saved, but not much more. And even still, with one of the most brutal summers that Pete has seen, we didn't lose everything. So that's encouraging to me. But if you just planted last year for the first time, yes, this is one of the most brutal summers. You just went through hell on earth almost, with no rain, dryness, wind, just brutalness. Like, so don't get down on yourself as, I give up, I can't do this lawn care thing, I'm terrible at it, screw that, I quit. Don't quit. It's so crazy how I was even looking at the pictures. I was showing people up in West Virginia when I went up there. Here's what my lawn looked like in May. It was lush. It was full. I was striping. I was picking which mow pattern I wanted to do next video and show you guys. And then taking my drone and like, man, it looks good. And then the spigot just cut off from the Lord, and we're not getting any rain. And so I was like, okay, it's time to start watering. And okay, time to keep watering. And okay, where's all the rain? And we made it through May, the month that typically we didn't get any water. But this was even more harsh because it was like all of June and half of July. We didn't get anything. And so it was just, the ground was so dry. The golf courses is like I was telling you, it was like concrete. You hit the ball out there, and if it ain't flat, man, it is bouncing 20, 25 feet in the air, even up in West Virginia. So don't get down on yourself. I wanted to encourage you. And we continued on, I continued on talking with Pete about, man, this is tough. And I've seen rumors or heard rumors and seen thumbnails, I think, where he's talking about at his home, maybe doing some Bermuda because of just how crazy it is now. I don't think he would end up doing his front yard Bermuda. I think he would keep his fescue in his lawn, but maybe like back there where you had the Kentucky bluegrass, maybe consider growing Bermuda. And I think if you're doing fescue in North Carolina, even Mr. Kevin's considering Bermuda, you have to consider it. I'm considering it. It is pretty aggravating. I told you guys what the simple lawn solution video, they interviewed a lawn care professional, whoever, what's the most hardest grass to maintain? It's cool season because of fungus and then because of like all these other factors you do not have to do with warm season. We discussed that here. Cool season grass is one of the most difficult grasses to maintain. But when you do it and you do it properly, as elevated lawns, you know, you've seen their long as Pete Denny, all these guys that you watch that do it right, man, there's nothing that beats a lush 2.5 to 4 inch fescue lawn that you can just walk out with your feet. And man, it's just awesome. But it does take work. It does take time. It does take water. It does take money. And so sometimes we're like, man, I just don't have the time. I don't have the money. I plan, you know, then you've got a considerations, which I keep cutting out of all my videos. So maybe today we'll kind of just throw this in there. Considerations of how long am I going to be at my home? How much money do I want to invest into this piece of property versus my family is growing up like my two girls and we're looking at other homes, which goes to some of your questions about irrigation all the time. I'm not personally, I'll just say it straight up. I'm not going to put irrigation on this property because we don't plan to be at this home for a long time. And that to answer a lot of your questions. We've been house shopping, but it's the market. You guys know, you live in the same world I live. Things are like this and down, and we're hoping after November that maybe things will stabilize. Maybe, you know, it'll be more generous for sellers and buyers. I don't know. So praying to God about those things. But I would like to get into a little bit bigger home and start over and be able to make those videos for you guys on a brand new home, brand new plot of land. Do it right the first time. Put in irrigation from the very beginning to include that in the buying of the property. That's what I've been wanting to do behind the scenes, and I guess that's what every YouTuber does. But for now, we're here, and so I'm not going to go and do the in-ground irrigation here. I thank you guys for sending me the links and all the encouragement about irrigation, but I've tried to maintain this to be able to sell this home. But we're not there. The Lord has not given me the go for selling this home. So that's just kind of an extra, there you go. But don't be discouraged about where you are. It is one of the coolest feelings, honestly, one of the coolest feelings when we come out here and it's like, okay, right around September is when I start to work on my lawn here. We're going to be dethatching. We've talked about that. We're going to be mowing it low. Then we're going to start possibly running an aerator, maybe not. Regardless, we're going to be throwing down seed. Then we're going to be throwing down starter fert or some type of fertilizer. Then we're going to be coming back with tenacity and a spray, probably CK, RGS, and probably some propiconazole with all the watering we do for the seed. Plus propiconazole acts, I think one of you said it acts as a PGR, if you will, to limit the grass from growing as much, the existing grass over the baby grass. So all these things we'll get into more as we get closer. But man, you're talking about in a very short window of time, in 2 weeks, we go from this brown, nasty stuff to all of a sudden this healthy, brand new baby fescue grass. And it just keeps going. And it's so exciting to come home every day. It's so exciting to pull in the driveway and say, look, how's my grass doing? How's those little baby grass doing? They're doing well. When we take the time, we do it properly and go through the proper steps, it is so cool that we transform it in a matter of 3 weeks. You go from a lawn that looks exactly like this to now it starts filling in with the green, and everywhere it's green. And now it's time to start finally to mow it in these cooler temperatures. And it's like everything changes. That is so cool. I love that. I'm addicted to that. Same thing in the spring when we're coming out and it's finally warming up and the grass begins to burst in growth from our, you know, last application of fert in the winterizer, if you will. And it's like we put that clean mow on. It's like, man, it's looking good. But summer, I think, is more satisfying. When it's damaged, we've had a lot of just hard months of no water, no rain, and then we're able to plant and able to come out here and show you the growth of the baby grass. It takes a little work, but man, it is so satisfying. It's so enjoyable. And as we begin to shine as a fescue lawn, all of the warm season grass slowly begin to go back brown, or some of the weeds, the summer weeds that people aren't taking care of, begin to die off. And so as our lawns elevate back up, we're the dogs right now, and all the warm season has the spotlight. We begin to take that spotlight, and all the warm season or non-planting grass people, their weeds start to die and brown out, and we just look so cool in the neighborhood. So not much of a video. I wanted to just encourage you today. Stay strong, stay encouraged up here. Enjoy your time off, enjoy your vacations. We're already sending kids back to school here where I live. My daughters are in year-round school, so by the time they come back on break, the public schools, I think, will be going back. So we're moving quick, guys. And like I said, I've got Ecuador. I've got so much on my mind to complete before we get to even focusing hardcore on lawn care. So I apologize, but pray for me, work with me. But thank you for tuning in. Stay encouraged. Don't give up. And if you got comments, please leave them below. I enjoy reading y'all's comments when I can. I can't respond to everybody. Sometimes I'll read your comments and mean to reply, but I'm doing it in a location where, I can't sit there and have a conversation. But I try to heart and letting you know that I did see it and read it. So that's what that means. But God bless you. Stay encouraged. You're doing great out there. We're going to get this lawn, in my lawn, we're going to get it back up to par, and I'm really excited. I think I'm a little more excited to see the heavy traffic seed from Jonathan Green out there in the project lawn. I really want that to shine for the preschool, for the church, for the playground. I'm happy. I know that by aerating that ground, loosening it up, getting it loose. It was too tight. It was too compacted. We need to aerate. It's going to, if we was able to do what we did last year with that hard of a ground, I think by aerating and putting down all the proper things, it's going to look wonderful. So God bless you. Stay tuned. Stay subscribed. We'll see you on the next lawn care video, hopefully here in Central North Carolina. God bless you.